Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. I've been doing a lot of planning, a lot of research, and a lot of hunting trying to find some pirate's booty. And I finally found some, and it was a lot easier than I thought it would be. All I had to do was contact one of my secret shoppers and have him order me some from Vendetta Prospecting. And that's what I have right here, some of his pirate's booty. Now, since pirates do like things other than gold, they like jade and opals, copper and silver, I am not going to be reviewing this as a gold Paydirt, but instead as a gem Paydirt. But before we get into the review, I need to thank today's sponsors, which are my Patreon members, including my three newest ones, Jurgen Kravitz, Mark Sheldon, and Scott Barnes. So thank you very much for supporting this channel. And if anyone else is interested in supporting this channel, you can check me out at patreon.com/Miller Prospecting. And now let's flash up the description for this pirate's booty, go to the overhead, and check it out a little bit closer. As you saw, a really good description, but Mike over at Vendetta Prospecting tends to always have really good descriptions for all of his Paydirts, and this one included. Now it does say this should be 2 pounds of material. We'll weigh it up and see. 2 pounds, 15.1 ounces, so definitely over the 2 pounds stated. Also says the material could contain a whole bunch of gems, emeralds, turquoise, tiger's eye, and other things. But it does also state that there is at least a 1/4 gram of gold in there. So let's open this up, check it out. Oh, we'll have to go the easier way. And I see a lot of different gems in here. And let's take a little bit closer look. I am not going to classify this material down. There's a lot of stuff. See some copper. I saw some peacock ore, all kinds of stuff. We are just going to pick through this material first to try to pull out as many of the gems as we can, anything larger than +10. And then we're just going to pan out the material, get any other gems we might have missed from picking, and try and find some of that gold. So let's go over to the panning station, but do a little bit of gem picking. All right, have my picking pan in my sink, and let's just start dumping some of this material in there and start picking out some of these gems. Well, that was about 15 minutes of picking, and this is what we got. A lot of material here, and a lot of really cool stuff. I just wanted to show about what you would find in 15 minutes of picking. I had a ton of fun with this, but now we're going to take this, put it in another pan, fill the sink up with water, and get to panning and find some gold and pull out any other gems that I happen to run across that are pretty easy to pull out. Well, finish picking and panning through all that material, and let me show you what I found. I found a lot of stuff, some bigger gems, some copper, some silver, and some gold, and a lot of other various gems, and pretty happy with what I found. Now, for the gems, I mostly found jade, garnets, and turquoise, but a lot of other things as well, and they do come in various sizes. For the copper, I found 32 grams, silver, 9.325 grams, and for the gold, which I was guaranteed a quarter gram, I found 0.41 grams. So overall, a really nice haul of gems and precious metals. And now, let's get to the review. Well, finished crunching my numbers, writing up my review, and let's get right to it. I had a secret shopper buy me a pirate's booty bag from vendettaprospecting.com. Its cost was $42. Shipping was free, so total cost to my secret shopper was $42. Now, as you saw in the last part of this video, I recovered a lot of gems, mostly jade, turquoise, and garnets, but I did find gems in all sizes and various kinds, much like the description stated. And I also found some precious metals, including copper, silver, and gold. And the gold spot on the day that this was purchased by my secret shopper was $56.94, making the gold worth $22.35. You add in the value of the silver and the copper, and my total value of the precious metals was $29.91, giving me an ROI of 71.21%, which is way higher than I actually thought it would be, because when I originally calculated my ROI just off of a quarter gram of gold, I was expecting about a 33% ROI. Now, once I found the silver and the copper, I probably should have gotten about a 50% ROI if I would have recovered only a quarter gram of gold. But I recovered 0.41 grams of gold, a lot of silver, a lot of copper, 71% ROI. Now, since this is a mixed gold Paydirt, gem Paydirt, I am also going to give it a value, as I do in all of my gem Paydirt reviews. And for value, I'm going to give it a 10. It is a great value. If you are buying this for a gem gold Paydirt, you're pretty much getting your money's worth, so it's getting a 10. For fun factor, it probably should get a 10, and you might give it a 10, or you might give it a lower score based on what you've seen in this video so far. But for me, I'm going to give it a 9. And the reason I'm not going to give it a 10 is because of the name. It is called a pirate's booty bag, and I was really expecting something that would be pirate themed in it. Now, typically, I am not a fan of tchotchke items added to Paydirts. I state it a lot in a lot of my videos, but this is a tchotchke Paydirt. You are buying something with the name Pirate's Booty with lots of gems and gold. You expect to maybe find something tchotchke that is pirate themed. So that was a little disappointing to me, and that's why I'm giving it a 9. But you might still think it's a 10, your kids might think it's a 10, or you might think it's a little bit lower. Fun factor is something that can vary from person to person. Now, for Paydirt description, he's getting a 10. It gives you a ton of details. You pretty much know what you're buying when you buy this bag of Paydirt, so he's getting a 10 for description. For customer service and shipping, Mike over at Vendetta does a fabulous job. He is always extremely fast at replying to emails, and he ships out incredibly fast. In fact, I don't know how he really does it, but he does do it. So his customer service and shipping are always a 10 in my experience. So he's getting a 10 for that, giving the Pirate's Booty Bag a total score of 9.6 as a gem Paydirt review and a 9.0 as a gold Paydirt review. So really great scores. And no matter how you purchase this as a gem Paydirt or a gold Paydirt, I think you will be really happy with your purchase. So do I recommend this bag of Paydirt? Yes, I do. I think it is a great bag of Paydirt that will be fun for both kids and adults, or people who like digging through gems and then panning out some gold. I think it is a great dual experience. So I highly recommend this bag of Paydirt if you enjoy gems. If you're not a fan of gems, or you don't have kids or a significant other who enjoys gems, this might not be the bag for you. It wouldn't be the bag for me, but Mike over at Vendetta Prospecting does have some other options for people like us. But if you like the gems, this is definitely something you should check out. So that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Happy panning. And if you're not already a subscriber, think about hitting that subscribe button below.